Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Today's speaker series, we have Leigh Ann Forrest, and she is from Helix Hearing Care. She's going to give us some insightful information, and I'm really excited to hear her presentation today. So, Leigh Ann, if you want to take it away and share your presentation with us.
Great, thank you. Hello out there. My name is Leigh Ann, and I want to thank you guys for joining us today. I have been an audiologist with Helix for the past 15 years. Helix Hearing Care clinics are nationwide, stretching from British Columbia to Nova Scotia. I work mainly here in the Belleville clinic, but also support our Trenton, Campbellford, and Kingston clinics. I hope that you will find this talk interesting today as we learn a little bit more about hearing. So, why is hearing important? Well, we as humans are social creatures, and hearing allows us to connect to the world, such as our family, such as hearing our grandchildren say how much they love you, our friends, being able to hear the punchline of a joke, sounds in our environment, such as waves crashing on a beach, birds in a forest, or the music that moves us. The shows on TV, the news broadcasts on the radio. When we start to lose our hearing, it also diminishes the quality of our lives. So how do we hear? Well, sounds enter our ears in the form of vibrations or sound waves. Through a complex process, these sound waves are converted to nerve impulses, and those are interpreted by our brain. Even the slightest flaw in this system can compromise our hearing ability. So the ear is made up of 3 different sections: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. These sections collect the sounds and send them to the brain to interpret. The outer ear consists of your earlobe and ear canal. Its job is to gather the sound and funnel it to the eardrum. The middle ear turns those sound waves into vibrations and sends them to the inner ear. It is separated from the outer ear by the eardrum. Once the inner ear receives these vibrations, it changes them into nerve signals and sends that to the brain to interpret. Hearing loss can occur when there's a flaw to any part of this system. There are 3 main types of hearing loss: conductive, sensory neural, and mixed. A conductive hearing loss is some sort of blockage in the outer or middle ear. Reasons for this could be wax in the ear, a damaged eardrum, infections or fluid in the middle ear, and also hereditary factors such as otosclerosis. Some of these can be medically treatable, but hearing aids can be successful if we're not able to treat them. Sensory neural hearing loss is damage to the inner ear hair cells or the hearing nerve that causes incomplete signals to be sent to the brain. This happens from different things like aging, noise exposure, or hereditary factors. This can't be corrected by medicine or surgery, but hearing aids can also be very helpful for this type. So let's take a closer look at those hair cells on the hearing nerve. Each grouping of hair cells has the job to respond to a different sound or pitch. When sound comes into the ear, the appropriate hair cell activates and sends the correct signal to the brain. If we look at the damaged hair cell picture, you can see hair cells are missing or broken. This means sound comes in normally, but there isn't necessarily an appropriate hair cell to send that sound to the brain. So what we get instead is a distorted sound when the nearby hair cells try to cover the job of the damaged ones. This is what leads to poor clarity of sounds and why some people say they can hear but not understand. The third type of hearing loss is a mixed one, and this is when you have a combination of both a sensory neural or a nerve damage and a conductive part. So how does hearing loss affect speech understanding? Well, the graph you're seeing here is showing important speech sounds, and the red in terms of loudness and pitch, and the blue and red lines are the results of a hearing test showing a mild hearing loss. So in this example, the person would have trouble hearing the sounds, yet the other speech sounds that you see there, the vowels or the ch, sh, they would hear just fine. What this means is that this person would have a difficulty hearing the difference between words like see, she, fee, tea, because they all sound the same unless they had some visual or contextual cues to clear it up. So hearing loss itself is often so gradual that people don't even realize it's starting. Some common signs of hearing loss are asking people to repeat themselves, people seeming to mumble around you, difficulty following conversations when in groups, or needing to turn the TV volume up louder. Now, when it comes to reactions to hearing loss, there was a study done by the National Academy on Aging, and it found that hearing loss has a profound effect on emotional, physical, and social well-being. Untreated hearing loss can lead to depression, dissatisfaction with life, reduced functional and cognitive health, as well as withdrawal from social activities. Although studies show that hearing aids can improve the quality of life for hard of hearing adults, 2/3 of the people that would benefit from them don't seek help or refuse treatment altogether. Taking steps to improve your hearing is more about than just hearing better. That same study found that most hearing aid wearers reported significant improvement in their quality of life, specifically in their personal relationships and overall health when they treated their hearing. Family members who completed the same survey showed a 15% greater improvement in those benefits, even compared to the hearing aid wearer. This means helping yourself really helps everyone. So, must be time for a little joke. So, had a big mix up at the grocery store today. When the cashier said, "Strip down facing me," apparently she was talking about my credit card. Sometimes, if we misinterpret what people are saying, people misinterpret our behavior. Imagine this man started to literally strip down, the cashier would certainly be questioning his cognitive processing. Seriously though, hearing loss sometimes makes us look like we have a cognitive issue. It has been well studied that many with untreated hearing loss have been misdiagnosed with some sort of dementia. We also know that our brains need continued stimulation to keep active and sharp. And this brings us to the research on hearing that suggests we need to use it or lose it. So, our brain needs constant stimulation at all times. This is why we are not born with earlids while we sleep. We are always monitoring and aware that this is normal. Hearing loss makes cognitively enriching social environments very difficult, leading to aversion to social engagement and places the patient in a less stimulating environments, which leads to social isolation. Recent research found that hearing loss was negatively associated with cognitive abilities, with a 2 to 5-fold increase in risk depending on the hearing loss severity. Another cross-sectional analysis found that even a 25 dB hearing loss resulted in the equivalency of 7 years aging. It was also found that there is a 32% faster rate of cognitive decline for those with hearing loss versus those with normal hearing. Now, on the bright side, emerging research has shown that the brain maintains some level of plasticity. So as we age, there is certainly room for improvement, especially those who have lived with a significant hearing loss but begin treating it. So how can we help with your hearing? Well, the first step is to book a hearing assessment. If you do have a hearing loss, our hearing healthcare professionals will provide the counseling, testing, recommendation, guidance, and communication strategies you will need to ensure that you are comfortable with your new hearing aids or assistive listening devices. We can even offer telehearing services in the comfort of your home. So while you're at home, we can do product discussions, consultations, provide you with education, test your hearing, troubleshoot any problems you have, even do a hearing aid fitting. This is convenient for you if you don't want to come out due to any medical or health concerns. It's also a time and cost savings because you don't need to drive in. You don't have to worry about mobility issues. It's also very useful for anyone traveling or just living further away from the clinic. So hearing aids have come a long way. We don't see ones like this picture anymore. Today's hearing aids offer a clear, comfortable sound that can sample your environment and adjust to it. They can connect to your phone, your TV, and more. Hearing aids come in a wide variety of sizes and styles to suit many different types of hearing loss. From the tiny ones completely hidden in your ear canal to hearing aids that go behind but don't block any of your natural hearing. We work with you individually to help you choose what's best for your lifestyle and your hearing loss. Some hearing aids today are rechargeable, so you don't even need to worry about the batteries. In addition to hearing aids, we offer a wide variety of assistive devices. These include alarm clocks that shake you awake, alerting devices, amplified telephones, tinnitus masking devices, just to name a few. When you are ready to discuss your hearing loss, there are some keys to success. First, you need to have a complete hearing assessment to understand your hearing loss. You need to know what motivates you. You need to be committed to the process. You need to know that nothing will restore your hearing to complete normal. And you need to be comfortable working with your hearing professional. It is an important relationship, and you should feel supported by them. So remember, if you are curious about your hearing or haven't had a hearing assessment in over a year, it would be a good idea to give us a call and schedule an appointment. I do have the 1-800 number here on the screen that goes to the nearest clinic to you, or our direct phone number down there, 613-966-6424. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I hope that you found some value in this, and we would love to see you and help you out with your own needs. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Leigh Ann. That was so great. Just wondering, if people did want to book one of those appointments, can they just book them, or do they need a referral to book it?
So absolutely, we do not need a referral. Just give the clinic a call and explain what your needs are, and we'd help you with the next steps.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Thank you so much for sharing your presentation and all this information with us. I found it really useful, and I'm sure that all our clients that are going to watch it will as well.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and then just a reminder to everybody that next week our speaker series is from CNIB Ambassadors, and it's the journey through sight loss. So if you have interest in that, keep your eyes open for it. It is on Tuesday the 25th next week. So thanks everybody, and have a great day.